are 3 required components for every flight: the flight itself, loads, and a payment record for each load. Some loads may not have a payment record until the flight is completed and uploaded. At that point, the record will be created automatically. Each of these has its own unique record number. Depending on how the flight is requested or created, the process varies slightly for associating all 3 components. In this lesson, we'll look at creating just the flight. Creating loads and payment records will be covered in separate lessons. First, we'll look at how to schedule a requested flight. You can drag and drop a payment or a flight request from the request column to any date and any aircraft at 10-minute time increments on the calendar. When in week view, moving the cursor up or down in the day changes the hour in the pop-up in the upper left corner of the scheduling calendar. After you drop the request or payment, you can adjust the time in 10-minute increments by typing the time or by using the up-down arrows on your keyboard. Select Create Schedule when the flight is at the desired time. For payments or flight requests with an associated account number or payment record, when you drop them on the schedule, FlightSpan Ops will ask whether or not you want to create a manifest. Manifests are explained in more detail in a separate video. Note: the Add to Manifest prompt can be switched off from the company custom settings. The flight will be gray with a small d in the upper right corner to indicate the flight status is draft. If you wish to combine more than one payment or flight request into one flight, drag and drop the additional payments or flight requests on top of the first already scheduled flight. FlightSpan Ops will ask if you want to add the load to the manifest. You can add the new load to an existing manifest, create a new one, or add the load without a manifest. Note: if you are working with time-based charter loads, do not schedule the payment. Instead, schedule the associated flight request. Scheduling the flight from a time-based payment instead of the request may result in inconsistent scheduling, with scheduled legs being lost. The flight length on the calendar corresponds to the length of the flight plus the aircraft's standard ground time between stops. FlightSpan Ops will combine the flights in the most efficient manner possible. The flight will expand on the calendar to include estimated flight and ground times. You can override the routing created by FlightSpan Ops by clicking on one of the gray arrow icons and dragging the leg up or down. If a shorter route exists, a yellow Use Shorter Route button appears on the Schedule Detail page. In this case, the shorter route would eliminate the Noi Noi training leg. Change the departure time by dragging on the calendar, or from the schedule details by editing the departure time on the first leg of the flight. To schedule a flight from scratch, double-click on the scheduling calendar and begin adding legs. The default route is home base to home base. Clicking on the Save or Back to Home Base buttons will open the schedule detail page with the date, time, and aircraft where you clicked pre-filled. Add crew. Crew assignment is covered in detail in a separate video. You can add more legs with the green plus button. The new leg will copy the purpose code, crew, etc. from the previous leg. Clicking the blue back arrow will add a leg to home base. Insert a destination between the leg's departure point and destination on legs 2 and following by clicking the green Insert button. The Insert button functions differently on leg 1, allowing you to insert a new departure point prior to your original departure point. To insert a destination between the departure point and the original destination, first edit leg 1 using the blue pencil icon. Change the original destination to the new destination, then use the green Insert button on leg 2 to reinsert the original destination into the route. Delete the destination on the leg with the red trash can icon. In this case, SIK will be deleted from the route. If local training is required, create a flight or add a leg from the departure point back to the same departure point. Next, we'll look at refining the scheduled flight details.